Welcome to the 2026 ServSafe Food Handler Practice Test. This test will have 60 questions with explained answers that will help you prepare for the test.
Question 1. Which of the following is a biological contaminant? A. Glass shard. B. Bleach. C. Salmonella. D. Metal staple. The correct answer is C. Salmonella. Salmonella is a microorganism that causes harm, making it a biological contaminant. Question 2. Which jewelry item is allowed for food handlers? A. Watches. B. A plain band ring. C. Diamond-studded ring. D. Bracelets. The correct answer is B. A plain band ring. Plain bands are allowed as they do not trap dirt. Question 3. A food handler is preparing food and sneezes. What should they do next? A. Continue working. B. Rinse hands under warm water. C. Wash hands properly. D. Put on a new apron. The correct answer is C. Wash hands properly. Sneezing transfers pathogens that may cause disease. Hence, hands should be properly washed to eliminate such pathogens. Question 4. Which food is most likely to need temperature control for safety? TCS. A. Crackers. B. Dry pasta. C. Sliced melons. D. Salt. The correct answer is C. Sliced melons. Cut up fruit needs to be stored in the refrigerator, otherwise bacterial growth could take place. Question 5. A food handler should change gloves when A. The gloves feel warm. B. Starting a new task. C. Every hour, even without task change. D. Every time they wash their hands. The correct answer is B. Starting a new task. Whenever a new task is started, hands should be washed and gloves should be changed to prevent any form of cross-contamination. Question 6. When cooling food, it must be cooled from 135 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit within A. 1 hour. B. 2 hours. C. 4 hours. D. 6 hours. The correct answer is B. 2 hours. The first step of cooling to 70 degrees Fahrenheit takes place within 2 hours. Question 7. What is the proper way to thaw frozen food? A. On the counter. B. On top of the oven. C. Outside in cool weather. D. Under running cold water. The correct answer is D. Under running cold water. Running food under cold water helps keep the outside below the danger zone. Question 8. A thermometer used for checking food temperatures must be A. Digital only. B. Sanitized after every shift. C. Washed, rinsed, sanitized, and air-dried. D. Cleaned only when visibly dirty. The correct answer is C. Washed, rinsed, sanitized, and air-dried. Thermometers make direct contact with food, therefore have to cleaned properly. Question 9. What is the correct action if a food handler cuts their finger? A. Cover the wound with a bandage and glove. B. Rinse the wound and continue working. C. Switch tasks. D. Only put on gloves. The correct answer is A. Cover the wound with a bandage and glove. The wound should be cleaned and covered with a bandage, followed by the wearing of gloves to prevent contamination to and from the wound. Question 10. The temperature danger zone is A. 0 degrees Fahrenheit to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 135 degrees Fahrenheit to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. The correct answer is B. 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Bacteria grow the most rapidly between 41 degrees Fahrenheit and 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Question 11. Which surface must be cleaned and sanitized? A. Dining room walls. B. Dry storage shelves. C. Cutting boards. D. office desk. The correct answer is C. Cutting boards. Cutting boards are used to cut different types of ingredients and hence need to be properly cleaned in between. Question 12. What should a food handler do if they detect signs of pests? A. Place traps. C. B. Lean the area quietly. C. Tell a coworker only. D. Report it to a manager immediately. The correct answer is D. Report it to a manager immediately. On detecting pests, one should report it to the manager immediately so that pest control can be alerted. Question 13. Which practice helps prevent foodborne illness? A. Using bare hands for ready-to-eat foods. B. Storing raw meat above produce. C. Using time and temperature control. D. Cooling foods at room temperature. The correct answer is C. Using time and temperature control. Proper temperature control while handling food decreases the chances of pathogen growth. Question 14. Raw chicken should be stored. A. Below ready-to-eat foods. B. Above ready-to-eat foods. C. Next to prepared salads. D. On the top shelf. The correct answer is A. Below ready-to-eat foods. Raw chicken or meat should be stored below ready-to-eat food to prevent any contamination that may take place due to the juices of the chicken getting leaked. Question 15. Food must be reheated to 165 degrees Fahrenheit for A. 5 seconds, B. 15 seconds, C. 30 seconds, D. Minute. The correct answer is B. 15 seconds. Reheating requires 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds to ensure safety. Question 16. What is the safest way to cool large quantities of soup? A. Leave it on the counter. B. Put it immediately on the top shelf. C. Use an ice bath and divide into shallow pans. D. Place a lid on it and refrigerate. The correct answer is C. Use an ice bath and divide into shallow pans. Ice baths in shallow pans cool food quickly and safely. Question 17. The correct order for storing foods in a fridge top to bottom is A. Poultry, ground meat, veggies. B. Ready to eat, fish, ground meat, poultry. C. Raw poultry, ready to eat, produce. D. Ground meat, ready to eat, fish. The correct answer is B. Ready to eat, fish, ground meat, poultry. We store based on minimum internal cooking temps, so ready to eat at the top and poultry at bottom. Question 18. Which practice helps prevent food allergies? A. Storing allergens above other foods. B. Using the same spatula for all foods. C. Identifying ingredients carefully. D. Guessing if a menu item is allergen-free. The correct answer is C. Identifying ingredients carefully. Food handlers must know ingredients to avoid serving allergens. Question 19. Time temperature abuse occurs when A. Food stays too long in the danger zone. B. Food is covered while cooling. C. Food is cut into small pieces. D. Food is stored in sealed containers. The correct answer is A. Food stays too long in the danger zone. Staying at 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit for too long promotes bacterial growth. Question 20. Which item is considered a TCS food? A. Whole apples. B. Sealed crackers. C. Cooked rice. D. Coffee beans. The correct answer is C. Cooked rice. Cooked rice supports bacterial growth and needs to be refrigerated. Question 21. Which practice keeps chemicals from contaminating food? A. Storing chemicals above utensils. B. Labeling all chemical containers. C. Mixing chemicals near prep areas. D. Keeping chemicals on food shelving. The correct answer is B. Labeling all chemical containers. Proper labeling prevents accidental use or mixing. Question 22. Which food must be cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit? A. Fish fillets. B. Roasts. C. Poultry. D. Vegetables. The correct answer is C. Poultry. Poultry must reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit to eliminate pathogens like Salmonella. Question 23. Which is the correct procedure when using a wiping cloth? A. Throw it away after each use. B. Store it in sanitizer solution between uses. C. Dry it on the counter. D. Keep it in a pocket. The correct answer is B. Store it in sanitizer solution between uses. Storing clothes in sanitizer solution prevents bacterial growth. Question 24. Which practice helps keep pests out of the kitchen? A. Leaving doors open. B. Keeping garbage overfilled. C. Letting water stand in sinks. D. Storing food in sealed containers. The correct answer is D. Storing food in sealed containers. Storing food in properly sealed containers prevents any pests from reaching them, hence limiting their access to a food source. Question 25. What is the correct minimum internal temperature for fish? A. 135 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 155 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit. The correct answer is B. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Fish need to have a minimum internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit to be safe for consumption. Question 26. Which is a sign of food spoilage? A. Firm texture. B. Sour odor. C. Even color. D. Natural moisture. The correct answer is B. Sour odor. Sour or unusual odor indicates that the food has gone bad. Question 27. A food handler should wash hands after A. Touching raw meat. B. Putting on gloves. C. Touching sanitizer bucket. D. Clocking out. The correct answer is A. Touching raw meat. Raw meat contains pathogen, therefore, after dealing with it, hands should be properly cleaned to prevent any cross-contamination. Question 28. When reheating previously cooked TCS food for hot holding, it must reach A. 125 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 135 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit. The correct answer is D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit. TCS food, when reheated, should reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit and be maintained there for 15 seconds. Question 29. What should be done with unopened food past its expiration date? A. Smell it and decide. B. Serve it if customers do not complain. C. Throw it away. D. Freeze it to extend shelf life. The correct answer is C. Throw it away. Anything that's past its expiration date needs to be thrown away. Question 30. Food handlers must keep fingernails A. Short and clean. B. Long and painted. C. Artificially extended. D. Decorated with nail art. The correct answer is A. Short and clean. Nails should be kept short and clean as longer nails can trap dirt and bacteria. Question 31. What should a food handler do if they see rodent droppings? A. Clean it quietly. B. Ignore it. C. Tell a coworker. D. Notify the manager immediately. The correct answer is D. Notify the manager immediately. Rodent droppings would indicate the presence of a rodent, hence a manager should be informed immediately so that pest control could get involved. Question 32. Which food must be cooked to a minimum internal temperature of 155 degrees Fahrenheit? A. Eggs for immediate service. B. Ground beef. C. Whole fish. D. Vegetables. The correct answer is B. Ground beef. When ground beef is cooked to 155 degrees Fahrenheit, all pathogens within it get destroyed. Question 33. What is the purpose of sanitizing food contact surfaces? A. To remove physical debris. B. To remove all chemicals. C. To reduce pathogens to safe levels. D. To make surfaces shiny. The correct answer is C. To reduce pathogens to safe levels. Sanitization after cleaning lowers the chances of pathogen survival. Question 34. A food handler must report to a manager if they have been diagnosed with A. Seasonal allergies, B. A cold, C. Muscle soreness, D. Norovirus. The correct answer is D. Norovirus. Norovirus is one of the major foodborne illness, and if diagnosed with it, management should be alerted immediately. Question 35. Food should be rejected at receiving if A. Packages are dusty, B. The delivery truck is old, C. Packaging is swollen or leaking, D. The driver has no uniform. The correct answer is C. Packaging is swollen or leaking. Packaging leaky or swollen would indicate a spillage which could have led to cross-contamination. Question 36. A cutting board should be replaced when it A. Has deep grooves, B. Is slightly discolored, C. Has water spots, D. Looks worn but smooth. The correct answer is A. Has deep grooves. It gets difficult to clean the deep grooves on the cutting board properly, which could lead to bacterial growth within the grooves. Question 37. What is the correct holding temperature for cold TCS food? A. 55 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 50 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 45 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 41 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. The correct answer is D. 41 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. Cold TCS food has to be kept at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Question 38. A food handler spills sanitizer into a salad. What should they do? A. Remove the top layer of salad. B. Mix the salad to dilute. C. Throw out the salad. D. Let it sit until the sanitizer evaporates. The correct answer is C. Throw out the salad. Sanitizer spillage into a salad is an example of chemical contamination, hence the food should be thrown out immediately. Question 39. When washing hands, food handlers must dry hands using A. Their apron, B. A clean paper towel or air dryer, C. A cloth towel used all shift, D. Their gloves. The correct answer is B. A clean paper towel or air dryer. Using a clean single-use paper towel or an air dryer limits the chances of contamination to occur. Question 40. Which item can be reserved to customers? A. Unopened packaged crackers. B. Uneaten bread rolls. C. Leftover salsa. D. Returned beverages. The correct answer is A. Unopened packaged crackers. Unopened packaged foods can be reserved as they have not been exposed to any contaminants. Question 41. What should a food handler do after removing garbage? A. Continue working. B. Wipe hands on a towel. C. Wash hands. D. Change uniform. The correct answer is C. Wash hands. Garbage contains many contaminants and pathogens. Therefore, after disposing it off, one must wash their hands well. Question 42. Which part of the thermometer should be placed in the thickest part of the food? A. Tip of the probe. B. Display screen. C. Thermometer base. D. Handle. The correct answer is A. Tip of the probe. The tip of the probe is what detects the internal temperature. Question 43. What is the safest way to dry sanitized dishes? A. With a clean cloth towel. B. Air drying on a clean rack. C. Placing them on a warm counter. D. Using the dishwasher door. The correct answer is B. Air drying on a clean rack. Air drying dishes on a clean rack protects them from any contamination that may take place during towel drying. Question 44. What is the purpose of FIFO, first in, first out? A. To reduce customer wait times. B. To serve food alphabetically. C. To use older food first and reduce spoilage. D. To track employees' schedules. The correct answer is C. To use older food first and reduce spoilage. This prevents food wastage and ensures safe stock rotation by first using the older items. Question 45. Sanitizer strength must be checked using A. A cooking thermometer. B. The manager's judgment. C. A test strip. D. A clock. The correct answer is C. A test strip. A test strip is used to check whether the concentration of sanitizer is strong enough or not. Question 46. A food handler washes hands but forgets to turn off the faucet using a paper towel. What can happen? A. Nothing. This is safe. B. Hands can be recontaminated. C. The faucet breaks. D. Water temperature becomes unsafe. The correct answer is B. Hands can be recontaminated. Since the faucet was touched before hands were washed, the pathogens get reintroduced to the handler's hand. Question 47. What should a food handler do if they see a coworker touching ready-to-eat food with bare hands? A. Look away. B. Report it to a manager. C. Give the coworker gloves quietly. D. Wash the food. The correct answer is B. Report it to a manager. Any unsafe food handling should be reported to the manager. Question 48. Which food item is correctly stored? A. Raw chicken above potato salad. B. Lettuce below raw ground beef. C. Raw fish above ready-to-eat salads. D. Cut melons at 41 degrees Fahrenheit. The correct answer is D. Cut melons at 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Cut-up melons are TCS foods and therefore must be kept at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Question 49. Which practice reduces the risk of foodborne illness? A. Cooling hot food on the counter. B. Wearing gloves correctly. C. Eating in prep areas. D. Preparing raw and ready-to-eat foods together. The correct answer is B. Wearing gloves correctly. Gloves prevent contamination. Question 50. What is the first step in cleaning a food contact surface? A. Sanitizing. B. Washing. C. Scraping or removing food bits. D. Air drying. The correct answer is C. Scraping or removing food bits. Food remains should be properly wiped off before proceeding with the cleaning process. Question 51. When must food handlers wear hair restraints? A. Only when customers can see them. B. Only during peak hours. C. Whenever preparing or handling food. D. Only when handling raw meat. The correct answer is C. Whenever preparing or handling food. Hair nets must be worn at all times when handling food as they prevent hair from falling into food and resulting in contamination. Question 52. What should a food handler do if a sanitizer bucket looks cloudy or dirty? A. Use it until the end of the shift. B. Replace it with fresh sanitizer. C. Add more sanitizer. D. Ignore it. The correct answer is B. Replace it with fresh sanitizer. A cloudy sanitizer bucket may be contaminated, leading to the sanitizer being ineffective, hence it should be replaced with a new one. Question 53. A food handler must throw out a ready-to-eat salad after A. 12 hours, B. 24 hours, C. 3 days, D. 7 days. The correct answer is D. 7 days. TCS foods can be kept at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below for up to 7 days. Question 54. Which is an example of a physical contaminant in food? A. Sanitizer droplets. B. Salmonella bacteria. C. A piece of plastic from packaging. D. Too much salt. The correct answer is C. A piece of plastic from packaging. Physical contamination takes place when food comes into contact with objects. Question 55. Which is a sign that a food item should be rejected? A. Milk delivered at 38 degrees Fahrenheit. B. Vacuum-sealed meat with broken seal. C. Eggs delivered at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. D. Frozen vegetables solidly frozen. The correct answer is B. Vacuum-sealed meat with broken seal. A broken vacuum seal may have allowed contamination to take place. Question 56. Which action can lead to time temperature abuse? A. Keeping soup at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. B. Storing raw meat at 40 degrees Fahrenheit. C. Leaving cooked rice at room temperature. D. Cooling food in shallow pans. The correct answer is C. Leaving cooked rice at room temperature. Cooked rice is a TCS food, and leaving it at room temperature will cause bacterial growth on it. Question 57. A food handler should wash hands after handling which item? A. A sealed box. B. Clean plates. C. Cell phone. D. Frozen vegetables. The correct answer is C. Cell phone. Cell phones carry many contaminants and pathogens on them. Question 58. Food handlers must not wear which of the following while working? A. Plain band ring. B. Hair restraint. C. Medical bracelet. D. Clean apron. The correct answer is C. Medical bracelet. Jewelry, excluding plain band rings, are not allowed. Question 59. Sanitizer will only work correctly when A. The surface has been washed and rinsed. B. Food debris is still present. C. Used on dirty surfaces. D. Applied before cleaning. The correct answer is A. The surface has been washed and rinsed. Sanitizers only prove effect when applied on clean surfaces. Question 60. A food handler is preparing a sandwich and notices a small cut on their finger. What should they do before continuing food prep? A. Put on a single glove and continue working. B. Wash hands, apply a bandage, then cover with a glove. C. Continue working as long as the cut isn't bleeding. D. Ask another food handler to finish the task. The correct answer is B. Wash hands, apply a bandage, then cover with a glove. Hand washing, bandaging the wound, and covering with a glove prevents pathogens from an open cut from contaminating ready-to-eat foods.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it.